Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of CME Live, REAP. We're broadcasting live today. It's Sunday, March 29, 2020. This broadcast is about remote events and advanced productions. We had some troubles with the summertime here in Europe, where I am located. So suddenly last night, the time changed here. So I hope you all could find the time to join. For the Europeans, it's 1 hour later. Today we have some special guests, so it's a full program. We have with us the amazing Jordan Rudess on piano, um, also Mistheria on keytar, and last but not least, let me locate his image. It's Brandon Rico creating some beats, and I'm Thomas. I'm located here in the top right of your screen. Today we are going to talk about advanced technology and basically, mainly the CME products, like the latest addition to our family, the WIDI Master, which is wireless MIDI, MIDI over Bluetooth. And I think I have to take some time to allow everybody to enter the live stream. So I will try my utmost best to tell a little story to open up this live broadcast for you and give our guests and our viewers the time to arrive. So I can tell you I'm a bit nervous. That's mainly because this is the second time we do this. And today we have 4 people, and including myself, 5, with live cams, with music and talks as well. So I try to manage all the screens and all the images and all the text by myself here from my safe environment in my studio here close to Amsterdam. So bear with us. It's also new for us. I'm really honored to have guests on board like Jordan Rudess live on the piano and Mistheria on keytar, and Brandon Rico, who will bring us some beats with his keys and X key. So we also have with us our CEO of CME, Chao Yichan from Beijing. In Beijing, it's now 12 at night, so it's a bit late for him, but I'm always happy to have him on board as well to talk about the latest developments of WIDI Master. We have a short demo of WIDI Master as well to show you where we are at in the development of our new product. We will open up for a second pre-order round around the 6th of April. And we expect to deliver around the end of May, but these are a bit weird times. So you can imagine that the production in China and now in Europe and in the US is a bit complex at this moment, but we are confident we will make it. We have the working prototypes, and the performance is really good. We are really happy with this first member of our WIDI family, the WIDI Master, which is more or less a virtual MIDI cable. I think now I've talked a bit and gave you the time to enter our live broadcast. That's why I would like to go to the official round, to the official part of this broadcast. So I'd like to welcome everybody. We are a CME, and welcome to this new live edition of REAP, as we call it. Hashtag REAP, it stands for Remote Events and Advanced Productions. After our successful first broadcast 2 weeks ago, we decided to move this second broadcast into the weekend. Although many of you are forced to work remotely these days, we still thought it would be nice to listen to your request, the request from our community, and move this live event into the weekend. So that brings us here today. We are here Sunday. As said, there was a little confusion. with the summertime change of last night. I hope you are still able to join us live here or watch the replay. At least show us that you are here and that you can hear us correctly. Maybe give some thumbs up or leave some comments. Feel free to drop questions in the comments during the show. Our team is ready to answer them now or maybe later. Just a sip of water. It's the nerves. Also, if you are watching this broadcast in the replay on our Facebook channel or on our YouTube channel, do not hesitate to ask questions. We are highly interested in your thoughts, also ideas and concerns, because as that is what made WIDI come to life, and that is how we are able to improve our current prototypes and future products. That said, CME is a company that is into dynamic creative music technology and engineering. We are here to build solutions for the future. That's why you and your feedback are essential to improve our designs, and just as important, especially for me as the Chief of Communications, our messaging. So feel free to ask any questions, and we are happy to answer them, and that will give us direction. Today, we have a special broadcast. As you might know, the first broadcast was with our CTO, Jerome Dumas, and CEO, Xiaozi Chan, and we talked a lot about the technical details of our new product, the WIDI Master. Upon request, we decided to make this second broadcast about remote events and advanced productions. We noticed that during these complex times, many live concerts were canceled worldwide. We also saw the creative solutions that many musicians came up with here online. In all these forms, I see two things that combine us in some kind of universal language. It's of course music, but also the technology. Both do not know borders, but get us through these complex and isolating times. For me, I think that's amazing. That's why I work for CME, and that's why I can do this broadcast live with you. It's about music and technology. So if you share that idea with me, give me some love, or just some thumbs up, or leave some comments in the live chat. So almost lost my story twice, but I'm still here. It's today. It's about remote events and advanced productions. So we will turn over to some live music. I think everybody has had the time to arrive to the live show. We invited the man who really does not need an introduction. It's world's leading keyboardist and the creative thinker who is always active and keen to support upcoming music technology initiatives. I've recently been scrolling through his Instagram. If you are into music, keys, and technologies, just be sure to follow Jordan Rudess. I think the address is in screen right now. Maybe one of my co-workers can also share the links in the comment section on the Facebook. In this Instagram feed, it's amazing to see this fine mixture of live performances and advanced apps and gears that makes you think twice about what is possible today in the world of music. Recently, he started a live series on Facebook intended to meditate with music. It's a calming broadcast of pure piano. Jordan and I and Cao will talk about it briefly after this, but I think it's time to introduce the wizard himself. For the people who notice my backgrounds, he's on my shoulder at this side, showing the X key. Let me try to locate Jordan. He is right here. And I just bear with me, it's a little hiccup here. I go to my full screen, and then we have room here to show the man himself. Welcome, Jordan. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, give him some thumbs up. I think I will give the full screen now to you to play some live music for us. Okay. I'm really honored to have you, and we will talk briefly after your performance. Thank you very much for being here.
All right. Thank you for having me. I'd like to play some piano for you. My life is a mixture of electronic and acoustic um, methods and music, and I'm just finding the piano is very, very healing in this crazy time that we're all living through. And I guess this is a mixture of high tech and low tech in the sense that I'll play piano, but we're doing this very cool online broadcast that my friends at CME are putting together for us, which is very special. So I'll play a little bit for you. I invite you all to take a deep breath and to relax. We're all kind of in this together, and I'll hopefully take you on a little journey in the music, and then we can chat. There you go.
Wow, that was amazing, Jordan. Thank you
Oh,
very
thank you.
much.
A special
Wow.
song for the day, right?
Yes, it was really special. Honestly speaking, I was really nervous for this broadcast, and the music just calmed me down.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Perfect.
so it works. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
I will
So
also add our friend, our mutual friend, Chao, to the screen.
nice, nice.
Oh, Chao is not here. I
He's
will
not there.
hide him. I will hide him for a while.
Okay, hide him.
Jordan, let's briefly talk. This was really amazing. Um, I hope all the viewers also enjoyed it, by the way, as much as I did. So you can share that feeling you have in the comments, and give us some thumbs up, and especially Jordan for taking the time to play this awesome music for us. Um, we have more music to come. We have invited two other artists, but first I wanted to ask three questions directly to you, and also not trying to get Chao in the stream once more.
Okay.
There he is. So let's talk a little bit about the technology and the idea behind this recent series of live broadcasts. Can I ask you about this live concerts, especially what you do on a daily basis and what you want to reach with your live streams?
Absolutely. I think we're all very lucky that we have the technology to allow us to reach out and be, close to people, even though we're not physically in the room. This is, where we live in a very special time, thankfully, because I think the internet and all the possibilities of transmitting data online and over Bluetooth and all the ways that we can make our lives easier kind of makes a magical world. And I think that's kind of like the balance of the way things just work. There's always a positive side, and there's been so much music shared, so many great things. Everybody's learning, taking courses and lessons, and learning about technology and opening their minds in all these ways. So I think that's wonderful. And personally, I've been using this time to really kind of go deep, into myself, and also finding what it is about my musicality that I really feel the need to share. So it's really about what's interesting about it. It's about connecting. It really is. We're finding ways. I'm finding ways to reach a lot of people and to make us what I feel is a special personal connection. And I do that, of course, through music, because that's the way that I do it. I've been using my acoustic piano actually as a in this period of time. Mostly as a means to do that. Although actually last night I went on online just spontaneously and was doing something with my electronics in my studio. So for me, it's all different kinds of expression, and it's all good. It just depends on the mood and the music.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing that with us. It's great to hear what your intentions are with music and how you can go into yourself and then try to locate these moods and feelings and then do something with it creatively,
Yeah, for
and then
sure, for sure.
share it with the world. It's
Right,
amazing
right.
what we can do today.
Yes, for sure.
Um, I got another question for you.
Sure.
I see you a lot supporting small and big advanced technology initiatives, especially, of course, for music technology. Can you tip us one or two cool developments the viewer must check after this broadcast? Some cool new apps or things?
Yes, for sure. So, some of you might know that I'm very involved with, the new technology, and then I have a company called Wisdom Music that has produced cutting edge software, mostly for mobile platforms. And my latest hard work, if you will, in creation is on an app called GeoShred. And what's interesting about it is we released it as an instrument a while back. It's a physical modeling based instrument. And what's cool now is that it's becoming a shell. So in the next month or so, we'll be able to start to add all these wonderful physical models into it. things like saxophones and clarinets and violins and cellos, and kind of allow them to live inside of GeoShred, which is now the kind of like host platform. It's become a host platform as well as a MIDI controller, and it also, of course, will be like a Bluetooth MIDI controller as well. So, which can lead us to the talking about what CME is doing. Which, for those of you who don't know, I've been very involved with Zhao, who's the head of CME, for a long time, and it started when we were focusing on this amazing product called the X Key, which is this wonderful portable keyboard, which actually had a version of it that featured really cool Bluetooth control. I remember being at the KeyFest, which I run this keyboard program at Sweetwater Sound, and I was kind of like making people like really like amazed because I was playing the X key and I was walking all around this very large room, and there was no wires attached. There was just this little keyboard and this big sound, because I was playing on an app I have called Jordantron, which I put all my biggest keyboard sounds in. And everybody was like, "How are you doing that? That's crazy." So I think we sold an X key to every person who was in that room, because there really is. I don't know how many of the viewers have experienced the joy of being totally wireless. I've been looking forward to that my whole life. So when I got the X key and I was able to do that, I was like, okay, well, this is really, really freeing, and this is fantastic. So, it makes me just really love being alive on this planet, to see that every day that we're here, this technology goes beyond and gets better. So now, now the WIDI Master is coming out, which is going to be even more freeing, because now the Bluetooth has reached a whole nother level. The connection is going to be even more reliable. And it's just a really cool time to be a musician, because now you'll be able to take a Bluetooth, let's say a Bluetooth mobile device, and you'll be able to connect it to a hardware MIDI keyboard that doesn't have Bluetooth, but with this wonderful technology, you can plug it into the WIDI Master and just be able to go from your Bluetooth device to the, to like the older hardware MIDI keyboard or anything like that. So everything, it's all kind of fair game. You can connect anything to anything, and you can use Bluetooth, and you can be free of so many wires, which is definitely the goal. Definitely the goal. So it's exciting to be involved and to have a chance to talk about that, because there really is something very magical about it, and people should just know what's going on and be aware of what CME has actually been working on for a long time. It's not like this is a new project. I play a keytar on stage with Dream Theater, and we use the previous version of Bluetooth technology as well, to make sure that I can be free on the stage and be jamming and playing on my keytar without any wires attached.
All right, it's great to see your enthusiasm, and that you share that with us. I also see that our viewers have taken the time to share the GeoShred at wisdommusic.com. So thank you a lot for that, Jeff. Yeah, it's great to talk about music and technology. I hope we can also invite you another time again. At my other side, there's Cao, the CEO of CME, calling in from Beijing. Today, Cao, you will give a short update on the WIDI Master. You and Jordan, as you just said, go way back. So now I will opt out a bit and give the floor to Cao and Jordan, and then we will show some WIDI Master magic. Okay, here I go.
Hi, thanks, Jordan. Your music is so beautiful. We all love you. So please take care of yourself during this special period. We hope to listen to your music next time. Thank you very much. Hello? Yeah. Okay. I cannot hear Jordan, so maybe he left. Okay, now please allow me to give you a short update about the WIDI Master development. Today I just received the new working sample from France. So after a short test, everything worked. So let me try to show you something. Now it's already the midnight in Beijing, so I will not try to show my poor piano skill, especially after Jordan's amazing performance. So you can see I have a small setup here. This one is a port tape. The big one, the main adapter and the sub adapter. And this one is the main adapter too. So normally I have this one on the very old keyboard, and I just open up this Yamaha QY70. It's a very old sound module too. So we use these old MIDI devices to test the WIDI master. You see, they pair to each other automatically. Then you can play. You can play as fast as you can. Or yeah, just like that. It's very simple. We are still optimize and improve our firmware now. The hardware is almost ready, so we are on track now. I will ask Thomas help to play a short video that I took in this afternoon in the office. So in this video, mainly you can see that I tested the working distance between two WIDI masters. So it was about 30 meters in the office without any obstruction. So compared to our previous keytar and the WIDI bud with Bluetooth 4 technology, it is almost double. So hope you enjoy this very short video. Thank you very much.
So hello. Sorry, this is my mistake. I also interrupted Jordan's screening. I apologize for this. As I said before, this is the first time we do the broadcast. So I hope you enjoyed Jordan playing and Sao showing the prototypes of WIDI Master and the short WIDI Master test we did that showed the range. So for now, I'm trying to get the right things here. What is next is that I wanted to thank Cao for taking the time to be with us at this Sunday midnight for him. So thank you, Cao. For me, it's an honor to be part of the remote team of CME. As you might know, the predecessor of WIDI Master are the X-Key and the X-Key Air. Those products have already been in the market for about 5 years, I think. So they implement also Bluetooth MIDI, and today with WIDI we improved because of the Bluetooth 5. But it was even further back in time when we got in touch with this one amazing Italian artist. His name is already shown. We have been in touch with him for multiple projects, starting back over, I think, maybe a decade or 15 years ago with the first CME product, the X8, that was launched in 2005. As he is always on top of the latest development and supports new projects and advanced technology, we are honored to have him here with us today with his keytar showcase. I had some time to speak with him prior to the broadcast. I'm getting his screen now in. And it was amazing to have been talking to Mistheria. He's now live with us as well, because he was showing all the CME products he uses. So we will talk a bit about that later. I will take my time to introduce him properly. Mistheria is renowned for his solo career as a metal keyboardist, his all-star Vivaldi metal project, and several collaborations with many artists such as Bruce Dickinson, Roy Z, Rob Rock, Mark Boyles, and yeah, many others. So I'm glad to have you on board, Mistheria, with us, a dedicated CME user. I would suggest to visit his website and especially his YouTube channel to see a wide range of live concerts, videos, instruments, and projects. So go to YouTube, search for Maestro Mistheria and Vivaldi Metal Project. Maybe one of our team members can share that, or maybe I can even do that myself, because during the broadcast I found out how that worked. So that's the way it goes. After this live performance by Mistheria, we will have a short time to talk a bit further about his live performances, especially about his keytar and the band shows with the use of wireless MIDI, as used in your last tours in Japan and Europe. So stay tuned. I will give you the entire screen now and hide myself. So welcome, Mistheria, and please give him some thumbs up.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Thomas, for the nice introduction. I would like to say hello to João, of course, and Jordan Rudess, amazing performance as always, and Brandon that will join us later. So yeah, I'm just going to start my performance. I want to, of course, then say hello to all the friends and CME supporters that are joining this live stream today. So I'm going to perform with my keytar, my lovely keytar. Of course, a keytar that I will show you later with one of the wireless MIDI systems by CME that I just love, because I love to have freedom on stage, as many of you know. Here, a short extract from some of my guitar solos, including also a couple of songs with backing tracks. Hope everything will be fine with live streaming audio, maybe some delay. I will just take a few seconds to switch the audio input and locate myself in the middle of the room. So talk later, just 10 seconds to get ready. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mistheria. That was amazing. I will give you some time to switch back to your microphone setup. I love this combination of metal and classical music. You know, it's so big. It's so emotional. It's really fun. Thank you for having on board. We are a bit short on time, so I wanted to change a little bit in my question for you. I just have one question, because when we briefly discussed this live broadcast prior to the show, you started talking about all the CME gear you use. So I just wanted to ask you to repeat that story and show all the CME stuff you have been using over time. That would be great.
Yeah, of course. I love CME wireless system series. I use it really since 2005, I think. So it's really 15 years now. One of the first that I've been using is the system that I have on my guitar. I will show you, but I also have the previous WIDI XU that is connected to my UFC series by CME. Wonderful. So this connect really just wireless to my computer. Then I use the WIDI bud that is so small, you take care to don't lose it, that is connected to my lovely XK Air. It's Bluetooth, as you can see here. So also, this is wireless, so this system is totally wireless. And of course, I use my lovely X8 wireless system that makes me totally freedom on stage with a receiver that is connected to my laptop here. It's laptop. So I just love, to have all the freedom on stage, and I never finish to thanks CME for such amazing devices. And of course, my next gear will be WIDI Master, because with that we will make we will be totally freedom on stage, connecting device to device just seamlessly.
All right, thank you. It is great to see all those previous legacy of CME. You know, since 2005, the X8, and then go on to the WIDI, to the dongle, and to the WIDI bud, and to the X key, and now of course with the arrival of WIDI. So I'm looking forward to your new shows and music that will be there. I wanted to thank you very much for your live performance, and also
Thanks
for your dedication and to the CME brand and to the wireless products. It's really much appreciated. I hope the viewers enjoyed it as well. You can share that in the comments, or give Mistheria some thumbs up. I will move you out of the screen. Sorry, it's a bit harsh, but we go to the next one. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so we have had Jordan on the piano, and now Mistheria on the keytar. So it's now time for another approach. He's from Detroit, and I have to find my text to properly introduce him. It's about Brandon Rico, and I will take him into the screen right now. So he will be here in 1 second. Yes, I'm improving with the technology now, so that's okay. Brandon is a really active guy online. You will not believe it if you scroll through his Instagram, and you see that he's a songwriter and composer, a beat creator, and he uses a lot of video vlogging to promote his work as a sound designer, as a musician. So go check out his channels. I will try to share that as well, because I learned how to do it. Welcome, Brandon. It was fun in our prior to the show to do the little sound check with you. So it's good to have you on board as well, because now we go from piano to guitar to keys and more electronic beats. So yeah, I just shared this channel. When you go here, you see his connection with advanced productions and innovative gear, especially those MIDI controllers and iOS equipment. So it's a lot of fun to scroll to your feeds. And I introduce you Brandon Rico from Detroit. As you can see in his screen, a dedicated X-Key user. And so I would start with asking you to play some of your music. And yeah, the viewers can show us that they like it, and with some thumbs up and in the comments, it's much appreciated. So Brandon, let me put on your mic. There you are. So I will give the entire screen to you and come back with some brief discussion about what you do. So now it's time for you to play. Thank you for being here, Brandon Rico.
All right. So I got a little bit of a delay here. So I'm actually watching off of the live stream here on Facebook. But yeah, my name is Brandon Rico. I just want to thank you guys. I thank the whole CME Pro team for having me on board. And everything you're about to hear has been done completely off of the iPad, and a lot of it using the X-Key Air. I use, as it has been stated before, I use this a lot in my music production, as well as taking on the road, on the go, even in the studio. So I guess I'll play something for you guys. 1 second here. Okay. All right. So I have the iPad hooked up to my laptop using the IDM protocol. So I'm going to go ahead and play that here. Let me know how it sounds for you guys. That is.
Thank you, Brandon. That was amazing. So relaxing, chill beats, really funky. So
Thank you.
thank you for being here and playing your music and beats live in front of our audience. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. We are a bit short on time, so I'm going fast because I wanted to ask you one question, especially for our audience, because you're so active online. Maybe you can share one or two tips on how to be visible in today's music scene with elements other than music, like you do beat creating and sample packs and stuff like that. Maybe you can share some insights.
Sure. So one of the things that I've tried doing was getting some recognition on social media. Social media is one of the biggest things that has kind of pushed my music forward. Um, it's more than just posting music on social media. It's actually just a overall genuine interaction with your following. I know a lot of people have been to my channel, and some people refer to their following as like fans, and I've adopted the idea of people actually being my family instead of being fans. So just connecting overall through social media and finding other ways to interact is a big way to actually be able to get your music out there
Good.
and active in the music scene.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. So there's one big question left. Can you tell us what you think of WIDI Master, our new
Uh,
product?
so one of the things that I'm excited about using WIDI Master for is, of course, the big MIDI keyboard here. It can't connect to my iPad, and that's, you know, over the past couple of years, I've been moving more and more towards just using the iPad exclusively for music production, and being able to have MIDI controllers, like even my keytar here. I have the Roland AX synth. I would love to use that Bluetooth to my iPad. This one doesn't have Bluetooth capabilities, so I would love to just plug and play. And I'm excited about WIDI technology just moving forward as a whole. Everything Bluetooth I love, as far as like the X Key Air and even stuff like the Roly stuff. But you know, Bluetooth MIDI has become a huge part in how I create. No
All
strings.
right. Great to hear. Thank you very much for joining us today and share your music and your workflow with us. It's really appreciated. Yeah, I would suggest everybody to go follow him online. The Instagram account is shared in our screen, and I see many people are also sharing your Instagram in the feed on our live broadcast. So yeah, so thank you. I will move you out of the screen. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And keep on making music.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right. So, okay. Well, that's only me left now. So I think this is a really fascinating show. A lot of different approaches. A lot of people showing their live music here in this remote environment and talking about technology. So I wanted to thank all our artists, Jordan Rudess on the piano, Mistheria on the keytar, and Brandon Rico for taking the time to join us today to play their music and talk about technology during this REAP show, which stands for Remote Events and Advanced Productions. I see we are already broadcasting above the 50 minutes. So normally I would like to add a Q&A with the audience, but I see in the feed that people take the time to answer each other. So if you have questions, concerns, or feedback for us concerning WIDI Master, if you want to support the artists that played here, just leave comments, give us some thumbs up, and we will make sure that our team answers your questions. Also, if you're watching this in the replay, if it's on Facebook or YouTube, no need to worry. If you leave a comment, we are always here to answer your questions. We are really interested in what you think of our technology. So for that, I think I will move on to the closing part, which is for me really important. I had an amazing time. So I will take the time to briefly explain what we are going to do with CME these days. We recently introduced the first member of the WIDI family, the WIDI Master. I will invite you to check out our first broadcast, which was with our CTO and with our CEO, Cao, where we did a showcase of the first prototype of WIDI Master, and where we talked about many technical sides of the WIDI technology. So I shared the links, I think, in the feed, and I will do. Oh, there it is. So okay, to finalize, we did beginning of this month pre-sale for our enthusiasts, so for our in-crowd community, and to our own surprise, we sold close to 1,000 units already in 1 week. Meanwhile, we are updating our web shop and improving our messaging and marketing messaging. So we were really happy with this first amazing week of pre-sales. It was way beyond our expectations, and I know for a fact that our CEO Cao is really happy with that, of course. Next, we will open up for a second round of pre-sales on the 6th of April. And if you go to our website, you can see it in the scroller that's running here all the time. You can register and you get a $30 discount code on the 6th of April. You can then pre-order your WIDI Master. If you don't know what WIDI Master is, it is a virtual MIDI cable. So it's a wireless MIDI, Bluetooth MIDI adapter. It can connect 2 pieces of hardware, or connect your MIDI keyboard with your MIDI hardware, or it can connect a synthesizer with your iPad, iPhone. You know, it's a versatile solution. It can do a lot. So go to our website. You can find out yourself. I think I'm close to the end. I wanted to share with you our website, and I wanted to ask you something to participate in the development of WIDI. So I'm dropping you an address here in the comment section. It's about the future of WIDI, and it's a list of products we are designing at this point. So visit that page. See what you like and tell us in the comments or by email or on Facebook what you think, what you like, also what you dislike, which product you want us to develop further first. So if you do that, we are really happy. Join our pre-sale, as said before. So hereby, I thank you very much. My name is Thomas. I broadcasted from Amsterdam. And we are CME. Thank you very much for joining today. Bye-bye.